Needless to say, just incredibly disappointed that we didn't get the win, though we had an opportunity to win late, in particular in regulation. We don't make some plays there towards the end of the game. They're able to put it to overtime. Offensively and defensively, just some poor decisions, some things that we need to be good at every day, things that we work on every day, let us down. The fact that we give Mike Bothwell, who's a really, really good player, he's a conference player of the year type player, but he can't get 30. He can't get 30. The fact that we can't guard the ball, they get two other guys with nearly 20 points. We can't guard the ball. We can't guard the three-point line, which was a huge emphasis. 12 for 28 from three is way too damn many made threes. Can't guard the ball. Can't defensive rebound. They out-rebound us by two. Southern Conference team. That's a really good team. It's an NCAA tournament team. If it's an ACC team, I'm saying the same thing. We got to be able to own our backboard. We got to be able to guard the ball, and we got to be in the right place off the ball. And I'm going to take responsibility for that. I know that Coach Mack is normally doing this press conference, but I'm here right now. It's my responsibility to hold it down. I didn't do that tonight. Our guys put forth a decent effort, but not an effort that's good enough to beat good teams like Furman.
Coach, just in regards to that last shot at the end of regulation, you come out of the timeout. It seemed like a pretty quick shot by Noah, kind of deep. Was that the call, or was that the look that you guys were looking for?
Yeah, Noah can really shoot the ball coming off staggers. We have a lot of confidence in him coming off and shooting the turn, and we wanted to get him a clean look, and, it didn't go in.
Mike, it seemed like first half, second half, it seemed like the half-court offense occasionally stagnated. Do you feel like there needs to be more improvement in the half-court offense?
We need to improve in the half-court offense, the half-court defense, the full-court defense on the glass. We need to improve in every facet of the game. But the half-court offense, to answer your question, certainly needs to be much better. We got to get the ball moving. The ball is sticking too much. We got to be more deliberate in the actions that we're trying to get to. And then once we get an advantage, we got to be able to maintain that advantage and make layups. I can't tell. I have no idea right now without watching the tape. But I know to start the game and to start the half, we couldn't make layups. So that's obviously got to change.
On the glass, you mentioned that you got beat on the rebounding, especially on the defensive side. I mean, what do you think happened as to why you guys couldn't win the rebounding margin tonight?
Not tough enough. The glass is a toughness category, toughness statistic. You either run in there and it's more important to you to get it, or it's not. And tonight it wasn't more important to us to come up with defensive rebounds, clean defensive rebounds. We can be a really good team in transition, but that will never manifest itself if we don't clean up the defensive glass.
Coach, you kind of talked about the rebounding as well, just kind of as a follow-up to that. It seemed like both Malik and Jalen played a lot of minutes in the second half. Do you think that maybe fatigue contributed down the end of the game? I believe they played almost the full second half. Was that a game plan or something that you saw?
Well, unfortunately right now we can't seem to get enough out of our five position behind Malik. Malik's obviously a veteran. He's been out there a while. He knows what's going on. He's far from perfect, given his stat line. He's got to be much better. But the guys behind him have to give me more confidence to play them more. I probably should have played Matt more. That's on me. Jalen had a pretty good thing going. Again, we'll look at the tape. I'm not putting all of this on our players by any stretch. I have to be better. Our staff has to be better. Our responsibility right now is to find a way to improve our team over the course of these next however many days until Coach gets back and takes things over. And we aren't going to make any excuses. We're going to make some mistakes, and those mistakes can't cost us games. We got to be able to fix that stuff in practice. Our guys have to be able to come to practice and let us coach them and teach them. And then as a staff, we have to give them a game plan, and we have to all collectively go out there and execute that game plan at a high level in order to beat good teams. It's that simple.
Mike, there's a lot of time in the season. There's a whole season left. But do you feel like tonight was eye-opening in any way? Do you feel like you learned a lot about this team?
Yeah, I did. I think we all learned a lot about, each other. The main thing, though, is without being all profound, like we got to do the things that we work on every day better, right? We got to guard the ball. Guy can't come in here and get 30. We can't get out rebounded. We got to be in position to help and be in the box, as we call it. We can't give up layups. We got to do the little things right. It's unfortunate to lose a bye game to anybody, even a good NCAA tournament team. It's unfortunate to lose here in the Yum in front of our fans. We never want that to happen. But hopefully this is a wake-up call to our guys that we have to be much better on a daily basis, or it will continue to happen against a really good Navy team that just beat UVA.
Mike, once again, a lot of guys in this game saw double-digit minutes. Did you guys get any closer to figuring out what lineups work, what lineups gel with each other, and what lineups you might not want to go to?
Again, that's something that our staff has to come together on and figure out. I thought that the substitution pattern, the guys that we were playing at the specific times that we played them, was what we wanted. Whenever we meet at a media timeout or during the course of the game, we talk about who's tired, who's been out there the longest, do we need to get a guy, do we like our squad? And again, we'll go back retroactively and look at the film and see if we didn't like something here or there. But for the most part, I felt comfortable with the guys that we played. We got a lot of good players. It's a blessing and a curse sometimes. As the season goes on, cream will rise to the crop, and we'll play less guys. Or we can continue to play 10 guys. Who knows? The guys dictate that by their effort, their attitude, and being able to uphold our baseline expectations every day.
Bothwell went to the free throw line 15 times tonight. You mentioned he had 30. You tried a lot of different guys on him. Why did it not work?
He's a really good player. I'll give him his credit. I don't take anything away from him. You come in here in the Yum Center, play a Power 5 team, and you get 30 points, you deserve your flowers. That being said, we got to do a better job. We got to make the game a lot harder on him. Guy can't come in here and get 30 points. He gets to the free throw line 15 times or makes, goes 13 to 15 from the line. Credit to him, but that's way too many trips to the line. We got way too many guys in our locker room that are capable of guarding him and better players that just didn't get the job done today.
And, Coach, I know you guys are still continuing to install the new offense.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to be in the half court, the bigger guys, Malik and Jalen both did a lot of, ball handling and facilitation. Do you guys want them dribbling that much in half court situations?
Well, there are opportunities for those guys where they have to facilitate the offense a little bit and handle the ball. We don't want them dribbling the ball, dribbling the air out of the ball and doing too much. There's a balance to that. But having those guys take a couple bounces so that we can get into an action is certainly something that we've been working on from day one. Did they over-dribble it at times and try to do too much? I'm sure they did, just reflecting on the game.
Thanks, Coach. Exactly.